Yo, 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 yo. What's up, folks? How's everybody doing? All right. So, like I said, man, see me out here hustling, trying to make moves all the right way and keep things progressing, keep things moving, and keep things going, right? Like I said, we here to crowdfund. I need everybody investing in me, donating, showing support. Like I said, it came up on that 65 bucks today. I kind of knew it was coming though, because like I said, I got to cover this phone bill. But that's pretty good. It's all part of it, man. It takes time. It all happens in time. But again, still, I haven't received any support from the Valley whatsoever. I mean, that's not technically the Valley because he ain't from here. You know, he's definitely not from here. Need to ask him where he is from originally. I can't remember. But it ain't here. I highly doubt it. I am somewhat from here, for real, but you know, like I said, if you look at these readings and downloads and you actually pay attention to what's happening here, you will notice what is coming next. Okay? It'll tell you everything. The money's coming. The love of my life is coming. Watch. Y'all are going to see all this come true. I guarantee it, because every reading is a fact. And I've already proven it. Y'all got to catch up, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm a genius, bro. Give me 1 second here. Bear with me. Right back to business. Get this all going. So, like I said, man, we're going to keep on doing our thing. We're going to keep on winning. Um, like I said, it's pretty much easy arithmetic as far as the direction we're headed and where we know we're going. All right. We know what we got to do. Like Tupac said, we just got to, put our mind to it and do it. You understand? What is this again? See, I pay attention, bro. I pay attention to everything. Well, we're on live stream, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I don't know. Should be all good anyway, because there hasn't been enough time, you know. But what was I saying, man? I got God with me, man. Always got God with me. You know what I mean? So y'all just gotta understand, man, like us personally, we have a lot of progress to make. We got a long way to go, right? And it's just that simple. Feel me? Got me going out my way because they're just parked in the bicycle lane with their lights on. It's good the lights are on, but like don't make no sense. But anyway, continuing on. Like I said, they do whatever the hell they want. Literally, everybody, right? And that's why you have to stand up and have a voice and speak and say the truth. You understand? But where was I? Where was I with what I'm talking about? Like I said, man, a lot of you folks want to underestimate me. You want to underestimate my struggle. You have no idea what's gone on this entire time. The truth hasn't come out yet. Again, there's a lot that has happened. A lot has gone on. Okay? And like I said, the truth shall rise. The truth is going to come out no matter what. Ooh, goody. Are y'all ready for that? Huh? Like I said, folks spend their time, with whatever they want. You still got folks trying to talk, trying to typing in chats. I mean, typing, what is that? I mean, type. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Everybody knows what it is, man. I completely won. You understand? Like I said, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, folks all they do really is give me what I want. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like me, I never get phased. Like you can't throw me off my game. You can't trick me off my square, bro. I played street ball, bro. I'm the best point guard in the world. Do you understand that's the meaning of street ball and basketball when you on them courts? Like when I played and Curtis Snow was right there. Like, do you understand that? Curtis Snow had his own thing going on. He was like up here. He was up away from me at one point. At one point, he was around the court. And then he had this whole thing, whatever happened. I'm telling you, we were right there. We were right there in that park in Atlanta. Like, I've really seen him a couple of times. Like, quite a bit, actually. Because I was in the streets of Atlanta for real. I'm telling you. We were playing ball on the court. I was young. I was like in my 20s. You know what I mean? And I'm holding my own out there. Not just holding my own, but doing pretty well. Man, there's dudes out there who can do dunks better than anyone in the NBA. Tell me when I'm lying. Oh, they can play some ball in Atlanta. I was out there playing with them. And like that was the point. I realized I had a long way to go as far as like jumping because they can all jump out the gym. And I can't jump. Never been my thing, It's just what it is. You got to work harder. Truly, you got to work harder because you're already at a disadvantage kind of, but I don't look at it as a disadvantage. I just look at it as what it is. I think it can be built. It's something I'm going to be working on towards. It's something I'm going to be trying to work on and work towards too. Moving forward, like, different exercises for legs, try to get the jumping right. I've done a lot of research. I have to go back and look at it. That's the thing. Being honest, there's never enough time in the day because I have to do this. There's a lot of research I want to do. A lot of things I'm looking into, and I'm getting it done, but it's just difficult because I have to work. I work all day. This is my job. So that's the thing. Like I said, I already knew what Homeboy was on. I'm not on that. I'm not on that. It has to make sense. I told him, he's just, that's what people do. They see it their way and nobody else's. And I'm not like that. I'll hear you out, but I've just come far enough and had enough life experience that I know I'm always right. It's always been like that. So I actually know what I'm doing and prove it every day. People got to follow me. I'm a leader, man. I know what I'm doing. Okay. I have a gift, a lot of gifts, again, I think Christina is 100% real. I know she's real, but I think, you know, I think it was just the confusion that other people wanted. You know what I mean? And I think she knows what it is no matter what, you know. And like I said, I've been nothing but genuine. And, you know, of course I love you. You know, of course everything, like I stand on business, like I'm genuine. Like, nah, but like I said, I mean, it's just about communication, you know, and talking and responding and, you know, being a part of what I'm doing. But my point is I'm always genuine. I think it's all real. I think that's why folks would be concerned about it. I think it's all real, and that's the thing. Like me, I don't have time. I can't be concerned with anything that's not right in front of me. Period. You know, and I have to make sure that I'm carefree, worry free, doing well. So I'm focusing on me. This is about me. I'm healthy. You know, my health matters. My future matters. I matter. You understand? Nothing else. So, like I said, things work according to how I say my terms. Just that simple, right? But I don't think I know she knows what it is. If that's who the reading's talking about, I don't see who else could be. Seems like Christina, you know, that they know that like my anger is sacred, the way I feel is sacred, everything about me is sacred, and they want to actually view me the way I'm supposed to be viewed and give me what I deserve, which is awesome. You know, it's it's amazing. You know what I mean? But I guess they relate to me a lot, and that sounds like Christina. You know, I don't know who else it could be. You know, but we'll see what happens. But supposedly somebody's like on their way, and that's what they should be. That's my point. Like, you shouldn't be looking around in New Orleans. You should be on your way to me. That's, you know, understood. Well, come on. It's been like 4 6 years, bro. Come on. What you waiting for? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what should be happening right now. Nothing else. You know? And there shouldn't be any excuse. Like, folks have enough money to do that. You know? Like, you should be able to get everything going. If you already got everything going, if you have money, like I said, send some money. That's what you said you were going to do, actually. You said that you would send some real money. So, and that came out in the reading, something about the one who will never let you down and truly loves you. They're going to give you a gift like surprise. I mean, send some thousands of dollars, even if it takes a couple of days, you know, like send some real dough. You know, that's what they could say. They could just put right there, say whatever, say, I'm sending a lot more, you know, like something, get me on my feet, you know, get me where if I want, I can go get on a bus and go up north because I have enough money, or, you know, I can't do it off a guarantee no matter what, but I could do it off the money, you know, like you could send quite a bit digitally, you know, send me like 2 grand over the course of 2 days almost. That's enough, and get started and say, I'm going to keep sending it to you for a little bit. So you have like more than enough, you know, that way, like, get out of here, go do what I want, do the same thing Rob Rack doing, and go get me a hotel somewhere and wait and have everything I need and have fun and live stream and do what I want while I wait. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, he said she was in New Orleans. She's in New Orleans. She ain't even far. So it'd be more like you could just, you know, show up, come to me, right? And we could just go wherever. You know what I mean? If it's New Orleans for right now, cool. Let me do that. Be cool. You know what I mean? There's some places I wanted to look at with you, but we could do it anytime, you know, technically, you know? So I don't know. None of this is in my control, man. You know, all I'm saying is like, I'm owed. I deserve what I deserve. I deserve this settlement. Yes, I am going to get a settlement. Divine confirmation. It's on your community wall. Yep. Congratulations to me, because I'm guaranteed to get a settlement, boy. Told you. And that's my own settlement. That's a settlement from everything I went through with this, right? With the red triangles, with all this stuff, with the federal lawsuit I've been building for years, and my job that I've created and took upon myself to do. So if you look at the other reading and download, it says the truth. And this is the really crazy part. One reading says you're being put in a position to make or break. What do you think that means? What do you think that means, brother? That means that I have actual real power, which I always have, divine authority, divine rule, but that a civilian has so much power to the point because of what I've done and all the work I put in being Batman. I have so much power because I know how to gain leverage, because I gain leverage, right? And guess what? Everything you ever did, all these folks, all you people, you're the ones who taught me how easy it is and how to gain leverage. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you didn't know what you were doing. You didn't do it my way or the right way, but that's what I'm saying. I can watch somebody do something and then I have my skills and then I add it all together. And boy, I be gaining leverage like nobody's business in a conversation, anything. Like I just gain leverage, right? So it says what? Look at the reading. It says I'm the one who's going to be making the decisions, right, regarding everything that has transpired and happened. That folks, right? What does it say there? You just read it, man. I'm not going to repeat it for you. Repeat it. It's right there. So I'm going to be the one that they come to, and they say they got attorneys trying to talk to me. This is in the download, and the downloads are never wrong, mind you. Like almost 9 times out of 10, they're not random. Not for me. So it said they got attorneys want to speak to me on some good stuff because I'm going to be who decides everything. You understand? So, like I said, it's crazy because that's what God would do. God would put me in a position to dictate and to be able to enforce what? Divine law, like I told you I did. So that's the point. That's what's happening. I'm getting put in that position. Supposedly attorneys are trying to speak with me, right, concerning all these affairs and stuff that have to do with other people, but it has to do with everything that they did because folks are jelly at me. You understand? Okay. I'll explain it all to you down to a T. It's very easy arithmetic. It's just basic math. 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? Not 5, 4, people. Yeah. See, that's the point, is a lot of these folks don't get that none of this was ever up for debate. It was never a discussion, and it's just basic reality, okay? You got folks right now walking up to me, trying to project. I don't do projection. I'm a grown man. This is the thing people need to understand. That's what they do. They keep trying to tell me how I feel, but it's not there and it doesn't exist. Bro, all you're doing is telling on yourself. You're just telling me who you are and what you want. I'm not on that. I'm mature. I'm a grown adult. When you speak, speak. You understand? And I said, I'm never that. What are you talking about? Like, what? Why would folks just walk up to me and out of nowhere try to tell me how I'm feeling? No, what I saw is that you're in that mood though, and that's how you feel. And again, you don't seem to understand. I respond to everything. So whatever you say to me, I'm going public with. Okay? So again, I mean, come correct. Because that's what it is with me. Everybody has to come correct. So again, no, that's how you feel based upon, whatever your situation is, that you are stuck in a 9 to 5 that you can't get out of, or whatever your deal is. I mean, it has nothing to do with me, right? And like I said, I witnessed it firsthand. What are you talking about? So why are you projecting? Like, I don't even know you like that. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. People tell on themselves and they show their weaknesses and what they're on. And I'm not any of those things. I'm a grown man and I'm busy, right? And that's my deal, is when I'm busy, I'm always working. I don't have time for small talk. I have time to say hi, be nice, which I am to everyone, right? And greet people and say, hey, how you doing? Hope everything's good, and keep it moving. I'm working nonstop. When you see me on my phone, I'm working over here. We work nonstop, bro. See, that's what they don't get, is all these folks think it's an option to recognize and acknowledge basic reality. I have my own full-scale business. I literally run the streets. I have more power than anyone. I'm the most powerful man walking the streets. So think about it. If you actually knew reality and would just recognize basic reality, you probably wouldn't be wasting my time walking up to me, wasting my time with nonsense, right? Yeah. See, if folks just acknowledge reality and think before they speak, something I got taught in English class in high school early, if they just think before they speak and they understand who they're speaking to, then it'll make a lot more sense to you. So the question is, why can't you perceive reality? And again, this is my response. That may be why you're in the situation you're in, where you're at the same 9 to 5 for 60 plus years or whatever, because you don't want to acknowledge and see basic reality. You want to tell yourself what you feel comfortable with, which is an illusion and a complete lie. So next time, reference for future reference, when you speak to me, make sure you speak to me with the utmost respect. When you talk to me, understand I'm busy and I want to have grown folks conversation. And really, I'm not trying to conversate at all because I'm busy working. See, that's the thing. They look at it like the way they want to see you. You get what I'm saying? They look at it as, oh, he's struggling. I mean, and I go along and act like I said, and meanwhile, I'm the guy who made and spent more money than your entire government. And there's not a single person out here that can even hold a candle to me or come close to me, much less financially. I mean, I'm so far above everyone in the top and the best dude in the world. Like, seriously, it's not even close. And you all do that because it makes you feel a little better, right? And it makes you feel a little more comfortable because you're not comfortable with somebody who's superseded everything you've ever talked about. And that's reality, sister. So, like I said, no, you're talking about yourself. And, I don't have discussions like that at all because I'm grown. You feel what I'm saying, homie? I love it. I love it. Keep telling me how y'all feel, though. That's what they do. No, see, that's what you're on. All that was you. I'm telling you, folks will have full conversation with themselves. Tell me their intentions. Tell me what they want. Yeah, you're in your fields. You understand? Like I said, I mean, maybe if you learn how to talk to folks direct and have a conversation and be grown and be respectful and just acknowledge who people are and show me the same respect that you show anyone here, anyone anywhere, then, right? I mean, it's a lot different, right? But see, folks here are incapable of that, and that's just facts. I don't waste my time, bro. I already know what it is. I already know what it is, man. I'll be walking right past these homeboys, these dudes, right? I already know what it is. I can hear it. I can hear like shuddering, meaning what? I run the streets, man. I got them shook, coach. I got them shook, honey. Telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Blink once and y'all not even gonna see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm really the real deal, man. You understand? So, like I said, like, no, I'm a general, man. I have full authority, bro. I'm the real thing. That's the thing. You're gonna see everything just shift overnight. And I got a reading today said when you see this, it's coming in 24 hours. So I don't know. Anything could happen. Christina could show up out of nowhere and say, "Let's go. I got the money." You know what I mean? Here we go. Let's get started. Like I want to start my new life, man. I'm ready to go, bro. Keep telling you this. You understand? And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna do the best I can to try to crowdfund. I have to keep on going, whether no matter what, as if whatever. I'm already walking in my power like God told me to, like it already happened. That's what you don't get. I'm already walking like I already got everything I deserve and got my money and got my settlements. It's not one settlement, bro. It's millions of settlements. You understand? The minute I get one settlement, I'm turning around, right? And guess what? I have a whole bunch of lawsuits that are coming, a whole lot of lawsuits to file, and not counter, but lawsuits in general. I got a whole lot of them, bro. So what does that mean? That means that I'm a boss, and I'm going to, be paid handsomely for everything, and everything I said is a fact. And people are listening, hearing me. See, that's the thing. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go talk to a lawyer. I don't have to get a lawyer. All of it will come to me because God is real and God provides. So you think God won't provide me the avenue to take this to court properly, the right way, in Supreme Court or whatever? It's probably already happened. I don't even have to show up. I don't have to be there, nothing. Truly. And this is reality, brother. That's what people don't get, man. Y'all all banking on, your conventional way of doing things. Like they told me in these readings, man. I'm like a god, bro. The rules don't apply to me, man. I'm different, bro. You're seeing me prove every step of the way, every little detail. That's why I do it. Not for you, but me. You understand? It proves itself. I'm not trying to prove anything. I don't have to. See, with God, things become effortless when you really walk the walk because you've done all the shadow work. Yeah. And you've gone through all the hard parts and the difficult parts. You understand? So it's just that simple. Feel me? Yeah, like I said, I don't walk around in the energy that y'all do. You know what I mean? These folks, they got too much time on their hands. You understand what I'm saying? Like, again, me, I'm about my time. My time is precious. So when you speak to me, please make sure that the conversation is going somewhere. I've been the same dude since day one. Never changed. And that's what I'm telling you. That's what folks do. What they do is they like to talk when folks aren't around and all that. I mean, like I said, right there, that's something I never would do. Anything I gotta say, I say out public in front of everyone. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, y'all want to, do that. And then you wonder why you're in the position you're in. You wonder why you're at a 9 to 5 that you'll never escape and you can't find any other opportunity or build your own business like me. That's exactly why. See, folks will think they're doing me a favor. You're not doing me a favor. You're giving me a small fraction of what I'm owed and what I deserve. Facts. Please stop it. I am owed. I'm owed millions from everybody. Out here, people owe me money. The Valley owes me millions. Are you serious? Seriously. You know how much money I've put into the economy down here? It's millions, bro. Seriously. Or you can't be serious. So that's what I'm saying. I love it, baby. Yeah, I love it. I'm the star. I'm the main character. Folks is watching me. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be in the position, and then I'm gonna build my record label and be in that position with the music too. Kind of like what 50 Cent was talking about when he's like, I can broker record deals and all that. Yeah. You understand? So, like I said, we'll continue to win. We'll continue to push forward, and I'm building up my own record label, and I'll be able to go into business with other record labels too if I want. And that's the thing. I'll make sure things are run right. We ain't gonna do things the way that these other labels doing. I'm not doing what Epic Records was doing. I'm not participating in none of what y'all do. What y'all do is wrong. Period. And somebody needs to say it. You know what I mean? Somebody needs to say it. You know what I mean? So no. Like that's the thing. I can go into business with major record labels, and like I said, you'll find out who's more professional, like immediately, because it's obvious, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like I would be the first one in the meeting that would be like, "We're not really doing this, right?" Like hell no, I'm not participating in this. I'd walk out the meeting immediately. Hell no. You know what I mean? I'd say we need to change this entire environment and infrastructure for this record label. We need to make sure we're treating artists with humanity and with kindness and respect, right? And when they come in, this is a professional environment. And every artist that has a record deal right now would not have a record deal. And I would give record deals to all the millions of aspiring artists that can actually rap and sing and stuff, at least rap, because nobody can rap and sing but me pretty much. But somebody who has talent. And I would make sure that we sign artists based upon their talent and their work ethic and how, hungry they are, how much fuel they got, how much they really want to produce, how much capital and money they want to make, the right way. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. I would do it all the right way. And that's what I plan to do. So that's what I'm saying. Like folks can talk and say what they want, but it's pretty clear that I'm obviously going to have Cashless Bang Records up and running full capacity and my whole own record label on top of Sneed Enterprises and everything. And I'm going to be Batman while y'all are making music for me. That's the thing. People don't get. I don't slow down for nobody. So that's the thing. Like I'll have artists working for me, and the artists will be recording in the booths and the studios that we create, right? And while y'all making singles, so I can press them and release them, right? And we make sure we release quality, right? While you doing that, what do you think I'm doing? Feel me? While you doing that, I'll be out being Batman. You understand? Getting things done for real, like, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. We're gonna have full control over everything. Folks been sleeping on me too long. It is what it is. I told you. There's a rude awakening coming to the nut. Yep. I told you, folks. I've been telling you. Told you. It's all it takes. It takes God. The minute this money comes, I don't care how it comes, right? But if it comes, when this money comes, it's gonna change everything. And that's because of God, because God is who's changing everything, not money, not anyone else, God. This money's coming from God with nothing but good karma attached to it, no bad karma attached to it, like any money y'all talk about, and y'all don't even make money. That's the thing. I look at folks like, what do you do when you have money? Because none of y'all know how to do anything. All y'all, everything is rented and borrowed. Y'all don't own nothing. I already own, so everything for me is extra stuff. That's the same thing. I made solid investments. People aren't in their feelings just because I made solid investments. They're in their feelings because of the gifts I got, because I can produce so much money and capital that they can't, and I can do everything because I'm smart and capable in all the ways you are not. You understand? Yeah, that's what's so funny. Like, can you imagine just getting online to type? What is the purpose? To type? Brother, it's clear as day, man. I'm winning all across the board, man. Folks can type whatever they like. typing is typing. You see what I'm saying, bro? I got folks like literally in a frenzy, bro. They are losing it over little old me, bro. I'm winning. That's what we want. We want to get everybody real worked up. We want everybody to be in their feelings. Completely. We want everybody. You know what I mean? Because they powerless. All of them. Powerless. Zero power, brother. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. Like we keep on moving. We do what we want to do, and we stay winning. I love it. You feel me? So like I said, that's what we do. We keep on winning. We stay moving forward, winning. You feel me? I love it, man. Feel me? Real talk. I absolutely love it, man. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We win, right? We stay moving forward, stay doing our thing. Come on, man. So yeah, like I said, man, we just stay winning. And like I said, I mean, I'm gonna be building everything, man. I'm building my own companies. I'm building my own record label. I'm building everything, everything and more that you could possibly imagine. You understand? I'm building. Feel me? It's amazing. It truly is amazing. You understand? And folks got to just watch me succeed. You understand? That's the funniest part. They got to watch me succeed and watch me win. Feel me? Every day, all day, baby. I love it personally. Feel me? Hold up. Yeah. So, like I said, man, we're going to stay winning. Like I said, I'm on a whole different level. And like I said, I'm just telling you the truth. I got divine authority. I got no jurisdiction. Everything I'm talking about is facts. You know what I mean? I'm about to be put in a position with all the power, man. You know what I mean? Real talk. And I'm talking about real power. I'm talking about like concerning all these so-called enemies, homie. I'm about to be the one who decides everything for you, buddy. Yep. Yeah. See, I enforce divine law all over this planet. I've been doing it my whole life. You understand? That's what people don't understand. See, you ain't paid the dues I paid. You don't have the badges of honor I got. You ain't got the stripes I got. I was never a talker. See, everyone else has talked and they look funny and silly on camera and they get exposed and this and that. Anything like that ever happened with me ever? No, and it can't be faked or simulated. At some point it's just called a quiet desperation. You're trying too hard. I'm unfadable, homie. Just accept it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Folks are powerless, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm the king, bro. This ain't about how I look. This ain't about perception. This is about reality. You know what I mean? I got more stripes than a zebra, homie. You can't be fooled. That's what I'm saying. Like me, no, I spend my time focused. Like if folks in their feelings, good. You know what I mean? If that's what folks is on, good. Remember, you saying hi to me, you talking to me. I ain't talking to you. Real talk. I don't talk to none of you. I don't say nothing. The people I say hi to are the people I say hi and acknowledge. If I'm minding my business, like what? Can you imagine that? Like you gonna walk up to someone and try to tell them how they feel? It's impossible to tell anyone how they feel. Like what? Much less when I just saw you and you clearly in a mood and you can tell why. Like, I mean, hell, I'd be in a mood too if I had to go to a 9 to 5 every day. That's what I've been talking about all day long. I talk about everyone and everybody and all y'all every day. That's how I make my career. You serious? That's what people do. Oh, when it's convenient for them. Oh, he's been talking. He's been talking about me. He's talking. I'm saying reality. And I talk about everyone. Everyone. It don't matter who it is, man. You say something to me, I'm going public because I'm a public figure. See, if you would just learn who you talking to, then it would make a lot more sense, right? See what I'm saying? See, folks is funny, man. They ain't talking about nothing, bro. These folks is funny. You understand? So, like I said, we gonna keep on moving forward. We gonna keep on running the streets. Like I said, I got divine rule and authority, and I'm the real deal, and I run the streets. I run everything. I'm the king. You understand? So see, that's the thing. Like folks wanted to pretend in front. Like, yeah, that was real smart, real good decision there. But you understand? Sometimes you gotta just recognize when there's a gangster in the building. That's why I tell you, straight gangsters in the building. You already know about this. What you talking about? You understand? So sometimes you gotta recognize reality. It's not a choice. See, that's what folks do. They want to pretend and bluff and then hide behind the system. And that game doesn't work anymore in 2026 because Tyree Sneed, Batman changed the game. Yup, that's right. Change the whole game, spin it around on its axis, homie, just like I told you I would. Well, I love it, man. I ain't hearing nothing, bro. Like I said, folks talk the talk, they talk empty, they talk for free. I'm all right, man. When I talk, it has a purpose behind it. When I talk, I'm moving forward. When I talk, I'm getting things done. When I talk, I'm making money. When I talk, I'm getting paid. You understand? It's too much trying to show out when folks haven't made it yet. I made it light years ago, and I still ain't never been like that. So what's your excuse? Like I said, see, that's the thing. You got folks saying, "Oh, go get a job." No, you want to talk this backwards talk. You understand? That's what you need to do. The dude's talking about a job, don't have a job. So how that makes sense? I have a job, you don't, but you gonna tell me about something about a job that don't make no sense, bro. See what I'm saying? They don't have anything else, and they're just showing how they feel inside. Huh, homie, you know what homie told me? Homie told me, yeah, this guy who he knows and I don't know at all and could care less. Talking about, yeah, he told me you have this and that online. Like, yeah, dude, I showed you in front of you. You're fully aware of all of this. So what are you talking about? And you were off with what you said too, way off, and it doesn't matter because the fact is that I just, am a boss and I do numbers and statistics every day without trying. But the point is, why would someone else have to tell you that, bro? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, folks just don't even understand what's happening in front of them. I'm being real. Hold on real quick. So if you don't even understand who you talking to, which none of them do, especially in the valley, what do you expect? See, that has nothing to do with me. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, folks is in their feelings, so they start projecting. Right. Because you don't know how to do anything else. That's exactly why we offer you services. So, see, again, the Valley and people have no excuse but to purchase my services and do business with me. Y'all should all be paying me for these $50 sessions on the phone so you can talk to me, so I can give you advice and counseling and mediation and teach you how to build businesses and how to make right decisions and how to build strength instead of weakness, brother. You understand? That's what I'm saying. See, all you folks could do business. You work a 9 to 5, right? Put a little bit of money aside and pay me, and I'll have a talk with you, and we can have a real session, and I can help you build anything you want, build a business, whatever. And we can work towards it. And it's going to take a lot of sessions, right? Obviously, common sense, because y'all take a long time to learn. Number one, and number two, it ain't something that's easy. It took me years and years and years of discipline, research, and hard work, baby. Yeah, folks, like I said, it's a rude awakening. Folks are understanding now, oh, he really does have a product and service to offer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, which is knowledge. That's what I do. Knowledge. I have knowledge to offer. I can teach you how to build and compound businesses. I can teach you how to move in these streets. I can teach you how to literally run everything and be a boss. I can teach you what I do because I do it. See, no teacher can be a teacher unless they've done and accomplished what they're trying to teach you. You feel me? I set 400 and something world records. Y'all folks wanted to look at me this whole time like I'm wasting my time. Like I go out here and set world records for no reason. Nah, because that's the testament that shows how far beyond I am of the entire world. Yeah, you starting to catch up now? Yeah. Folks got to just understand what it is. I'm a genius, homie, and I'm way ahead of my time and way ahead of everybody. Like I said, you're going to see me keep on moving. You're going to see me keep on doing what I do, man. Folks don't even know what to do with my intelligence. You understand? Because it's real. See, that's the point. Again, when we talk about so-called women, right, have horrible taste. Y'all be wasting your time entertaining dudes who ain't nowhere near my level and ain't no man. I'm the only real man who ever existed. So what is all you so-called women doing? Wasting your time. They want to talk behind my back. Every single one of them wants to feel some way. That's weakness. See, it's not all personal. It doesn't all have to do with me. It has to do that my strength triggers you, impresses you, and you can't handle my strength. Yeah. So see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't on nothing. You understand? Like I said, nah, it's so-called women. To be a woman, you got to meet the qualifications and criteria to be a woman, homie. Yeah. See, everything I'm saying is facts. Everything I'm saying is the true philosophy that actually works. I have an entire proven-based system, and now guess what? I can take this system, I can package it into an actual package, and I can sell it to y'all for $100 or more. You understand? I could start selling it for $1,000 after it sells. You understand what I'm saying? Like, y'all want real game? I'm gonna create a package. It's gonna be like the real game package that teaches you how to do whatever you want to do. You want to build your own business? We'll make a manual for that. You need advice with relationships? We'll make a manual for that. Whatever you need, I got it. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like you folks watching somebody become the superstar. You already watched me become the superstar. You already watched me get famous. And that's the thing. People will think, and they always want to lowball it. They want to say, oh, it's just local because that's what they can see with their eyes. No, my fame is all over the nation and world. I've been worldwide famous for decades. When I say I'm famous, that's what it is. I didn't ask you for your opinion. You understand? What are you talking about? How are you going to tell me my level of fame if you're not in my shoes? I see what it is. You don't. So what are you talking about? Right? Yeah, folks are seeing me. I already became a superstar. Now I'm going to become a platinum, whole nother level superstar right in front of them because of why? Not just because of me, but because of God. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. While folks is sleeping on me, you gonna be working at the same 9 to 5 forever. You understand? Forever. And I'm gonna have surpassed you like I always have 8 million times. I've always traveled and surpassed everyone and made millions of dollars and came back to the same places and said, "Oh, you still work here?" You gotta understand what life about. Life is not about sitting in one place and being stagnated. You can have a period of stagnation like I'm coming out of right now because God intended it for me to teach me everything and get me strong as hell to build Batman, to build what he's built. But other than that, you don't just sit in stagnation and be comfortable with that. See, y'all are comfortable with that. I'm not. I want more. I'm the only one who will say this is not near enough. I gotta have way more. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like people can't act like they down with me or they my friend for real or they care about me at all if they not backing that up. That's what I'm saying. The dude shouldn't be talking about no jobs. That makes no sense. Jobs don't pay nothing down here. You talking about wasting my time, bro? Are you serious? And then he just said it himself. He told on himself in the equation. He said, "Well, you could get your first check and then you could pay for a lift to the job." No, you can't, brother. You're not realistic with yourself. This is why you haven't accomplished anything and why you're entitled. These are all facts, man. You talking about? It was the same thing when we went to Walmart for the bikes. See, you pointing out your fallacies and your flaws right in front of me, and I'm just pointing them out for you because I'm a mirror. That's what people don't understand. Yeah. See, that's what folks did. They did the same thing in jail. They said, I know you talking about us. I talk about everyone because I'm a mirror. I'm mirroring your actions. Of course, I'm going to call you out on your behaviors and hold you accountable. That's what a grown man do. See what I'm saying? Yeah. See, y'all haven't made a point yet, but I'm making points and getting paid for them. Catch up, little homie. Catch up. Same situation. We went to Walmart. Remember I told you? Remember I was right there on camera. I said, man, I told him, bro, they ain't got no $50 bikes at Walmart, bro. What are you talking about? He said, yeah, they do, bro. I just got a bike there. Blah, 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 womp, womp, womp. Right? We go over there, right? He had to spend almost over 100 and something for each bike. He got one for him and one for me. It was almost $200 or something like that, like per bike. You understand? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like you got to make sense. Like if you wrong about one point and you wrong all across the board, and every time you're speaking, almost you're wrong. At some point, I would think that you would learn that you're wrong because that's just part of common sense. See what I'm saying? So I mean, he don't have a job, so he can't talk about no job. A job is not the way to go, especially in the valley. If you're working a job in the valley, you're doing everything wrong, and you need to change everything about your lifestyle. I stand on that. That don't make no sense. I go up north to work. I go to Austin. I don't work for anything less than 50, 70 an hour. You better get real. People just don't get it, man. When you an entrepreneur for real, like me, little homie, you really make money. Yeah, I'll make 50 to 70 an hour easily. What are you talking about? The least I'll really work for realistically, as far as just the wage, is $20 an hour. I won't go no less. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You want to lull me to sleep. You want me to fall back into the matrix with you. See, that's what it is. It's a quiet desperation. You claim you believe in God, but you don't. You don't have no faith. You don't have no faith, brother, because you can't claim to believe in God when God is about getting us to break free from the matrix and then say, "Oh, come back to the matrix." The matrix don't exist. You talking about jobs? A job will never exist for me again. God already told me you're a chosen one. You don't ever look for work. That's what God told me straight up. My entire goal when I was working was, let me take this money, invest in me. I did everything. Sold my properties for 100,000, made millions every year consecutively. All of it outside of work, pretty much all of it. Almost every dime I made was outside of work. Catch up, homie. Y'all ain't talking about nothing, bro. Like I said, you understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, what? Talking to a boss here, man. That's why Dame Dash be flipping and talking about who is you talking to. I do the same thing, but see, I'm not gonna allow someone that power over me. I'm gonna be in a good mood and happy. So I don't waste my time. I just diffuse the situation quick by how I responded. So when they say, "Oh, you feel this way," that don't even make no sense. I'm sitting here minding my business. I ain't even looking at you. How can I feel somewhere? What? Yeah. No, see, you feel some way, sister. You feel some way, and I watched it with my own eyes and witnessed it. You feel some way, and you don't get. I have the power to recognize and address everything directly on you. Right. Yeah. So you feel some way. You're in your feelings, like all y'all always is, and all these so-called women, because you have to work the same job over and over, and you ain't getting nowhere. Yeah, your complacency and your stagnation and your lack of whatever is not my problem, bro. You have every opportunity here. You have every opportunity I'll never have because of the obvious. So don't talk to me about nothing. That don't make no sense. Yeah. So I'm gonna say it again. Like I said, he was wrong about the bikes, right? He was wrong about all this, and he just said it. He just proved himself wrong and incorrect in front of my eyes and all of yours as we're speaking. Listen to what he said. You get a check, and then you can Uber over there and Lyft. Do you know how much an Uber and a Lyft would cost? That's like 30, $50 at least. To come back and to go back and forth, you're talking about 80 to 100 plus. I'm talking about $200. That's the silliest thing I ever heard. See, I'm not in a position where I can do any of that, nor would I waste my time when the valley does not pay anything that's even living wage. It's all minimum wage and below. You can't be serious, but I don't know what folks is talking about, man. Like, oh, well, that would help you with the bus money. I don't need help with the bus money. See, you're not listening. I got options I can always do that make more money than that in a day. I don't want to do them. What do you mean? See, I make my own decision. See, that's the thing. When people talk to me, I'm 8 million steps ahead of you in life and everything that you talking about. That's why I don't want to talk to folks because it's a waste of my time. See what I'm saying? See, it's about my intelligence and respecting my mind and respecting my intelligence. See, I'm so far ahead of you that you would have to catch up. You understand? See, you're talking about one idea, and I'm already 6 million ideas ahead of you and already know the answer to what you're saying that it's a no and it's wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, you're talking to a certified G and a boss here. Like I said, I didn't get where I'm at for no reason. See, that's what I'm saying. They all look at it the way they want. They don't want to hear your story. They don't want to take the time to really listen. And that's okay because I don't need you to listen. I care less. I don't care what people tell themselves. That's what I want. See, they give me what I want. See what I'm saying? I want folks to not know what it is. I blend in like a chameleon. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. We don't talk like that. We ain't friends. What are you talking about? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you know what I mean? These so-called women be spending time around each other. I mean, how come you don't invite me? That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. Oh, you want to talk? You want to tell me how I feel, but you ain't never invited me when y'all go out with all these so-called women to go gossip and probably about folks like me because I'm a celebrity and I made it and I'm in a position that you can't get in. Correct? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine? And then wondering, and then still walking around with the mentality, oh, everybody wants me. Oh, oh, yeah, I'm sure he's interested. That's the same thing y'all did in that silly bar in Austin. They would sit there, the same people I just went in on with the facts. They would say, yeah, I bet you're interested in her. I'm sorry, but what? Why would I be interested in somebody who settles and literally like married a scrub? What are you talking about? Why would I be interested in someone that my ex girlfriends all looked 900 times better than? You do understand that most of my exes look better than supermodels, right? You do get that that's basic and actual reality, right? You do get that everything I'm saying is a concrete fact, right? You do understand that I talk like this right in front of all y'all, right? You do understand that what you're saying doesn't register, doesn't exist, and doesn't make any sense. So, what would be the actual purpose? Yeah. You understand? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people can say whatever they want, do whatever they want. That's cool. That's why y'all keep trying to dismiss everything. That's why you keep looking for some term, some label. You want to dismiss what I'm saying because you know that it all is true. It's that simple. So again, homeboy can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me about like, bro, why don't you work a job here? You're in college, you get provided for by your parents, they pay all your bills. This is how sick with it Tyree Sneed is. See, no, I'm real, bro. Like I said, nah, bro, y'all had no excuse on that job you took me out to. You're still bringing up the same people. Oh, you remember this guy? I mean, for what? What is it to me? I don't care what you talking about at all. You understand? Like what? Why would I remember or care? What y'all should have done was kept me on that job and let me make my $100 a day, because I ran the projects there and did everything right. And y'all did everything wrong. You had new people, like I said, come into the project and you did everything wrong. And I had everything right. So don't tell me nothing because you can't. So see, your formula's wrong. My formula's right now moving forward. And you just helped me to pay my phone bill. That's gangster. Nah, see, I'm gonna speak the truth, like God told me over every situation. Just like I proved on camera that I ran that whole job and project for him, did I not? I was the one shoveling everything. I was the one doing all the work. I'm the one who mowed the lawns correctly. I'm the one who knows how to do landscaping immediately. If I have the tools to do it, I know what I'm doing. Not these folks. These folks was sitting there. They did. They stopped working right away. I worked the entire day because I work hard. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. When he's like, if you want to work, if you really, y'all all say the same thing. There was that other dude talking about this and that. He said, what do you not like to work? Do you not want to work? And then he lost his job like within the week. If that's not karma, I give up, bro. Yeah. And you was talking about like you was someone like you ain't me. You ain't got no stripes in the street, bro. I don't even know who you are, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what they do. It's group think. They get together in a group and then they want to talk amongst each other and say this is reality, but everything y'all talking about is delusion and doesn't exist. Mhm. Now that's what it is. It's reality versus delusion, and reality trumps delusion every time and is going to always win. That's why you see me winning, right? You see the point? I'm putting y'all on game. Games should be sold, not told. I should be charging for this, but I'm giving it to you for free today. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to become something, do it on your own because talking to all these folks is going to be a waste of your time. Back in the day, maybe, but even then, not really. What I realized is that most people are comfortable being sheep. Most people are comfortable working for the system. Most people are comfortable. They don't want to break free from the matrix. They're not ready to be unplugged from the matrix, just like Morpheus says. So, what does that make them? Our enemy, because they're not awake yet. They're not awoken, and they will literally stand up and do whatever to protect that system. Yeah. So see, when you're walking up and trying to tell me how I feel and you're projecting weakness out of nowhere and I'm not even speaking to you, that would be what? What I just said, right? That's not talking to someone. That's something completely different that you just don't do. You don't ever do that, right? Come on. These are grown adults, bro. So you understand what I'm saying? That's what folks do. They come out of nowhere out of left field and start saying this and that projecting. I don't do projection. I'm a grown man. When you speak, make sure you're speaking coherently. Yeah. This is how you feel, right? And you want me to feel how you feel, and that's immature. Y'all are grown. You understand what I'm saying? I will never feel the way you feel because I'm not some so called woman who can't get her act together and is at the same job for 40, 60 years. Yeah. Yeah. You can't tell me how I feel. I feel good every day. And that's what I said. I said, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm never that. I'm always happy. I'm always in a good mood. I mean, you're walking up speaking to me. I'm clearly busy. I'm clearly working. If I'm on my phone, I'm working. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're busy working, don't you want to just be able to work and focus? I don't want people talking to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what people don't get. People think that I do things because I have to do them. I have to do them based upon other people's bad decisions. You see what I'm saying? People assume, oh, he's struggling. Oh, this and that. I don't know where you get that from because I look like walking money. See what I'm saying? You don't know my situation. You could never fathom my situation. If I told you the truth of my situation, you wouldn't even believe me. So what would be the point? That's why we have no business talking. Yeah. Come on, man. This folks, it's hilarious, man. Like, what? Do you have a clue what I've been through? No. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I already know what it is, man. That's exactly why Pac was talking about only God can judge me, because it's the truth. Because folks is on one, bro. They ain't talking about nothing. You know what I mean? I look every day, I look up and I see these people and I hear them talking, and I'm like, man, if you only could accept and know basic reality of how far ahead I am of you in just everything, we're not even comparable, homie. Yeah, yeah. And then that's what folks do. They look at it like, oh, he made a come up off me. No, I didn't make a come up off of you. You, right, weren't in the know how and didn't have the knowledge base that I have, right? Which is why you should be, paying me in the first place and learning from me, right? And so you, because you don't have the street background I have, see in the street, it's either you gonna win or whatever. See, that's the difference. People could tell my background is thorough and real and legit because the minute they hear me speak and how I move, they see the results of it. You understand? I get the best of everyone, brother. I'm Batman, bro. Yeah. See, folks thought this was a game. That's what they do because they want to dismiss so bad. Now they're seeing what it is, and I'm telling you, I can smell the fear. Like a megalodon, I can smell the fear. Mhm. Yeah. By the way, like I said, I know everything about y'all. I know exactly who y'all are. And let me say this real quick. You do realize what I do for a living and why I'm here, right? You do realize that I literally am, the Batman, the world's greatest detective. Let me explain something to you. I'm about to have full power and authority, and I'm going to be the one, just like God said in this reading says on the community wall, proof of divine confirmation and my prophet gift that I'm a prophet, a true prophet, and that I have true gifts, a real gift with this, right? I'm going to be able to make the decisions on everything. Everything I decide is going to dictate everything concerning everyone else, right? Especially the folks who have committed all these crimes and who were a part of this because I was able to put together this federal lawsuit and I'm going to Supreme Court. Yeah. Okay. And again, it includes everything. It includes what's going on with corporations. It includes with all the crimes that's been committed. It includes everything that they're doing that we've spoken on here, right? This is what folks don't get. You will never again witness this in history. You are seeing a man make history. Y'all want to talk about P. Diddy? P. Diddy never did anything or accomplished a thing, never came close to this. Okay. You have no idea. I'm about to be swimming in cash. Okay. I'm about to have so much money. I can go get me a hotel room, fill me up a bathtub with cash, and swim in it. You understand that? And not only that, but have all the power and then be so gangsta and sick with it that I can come back here anytime and walk in the same places with $8 million cash on me and say, "Oh, hey, you still working here?" I tried to tell folks. That's why I don't even tell people no more. You understand? It's not in my preserved interest and in my conducive interest to even let you know reality anymore. No. You want to entertain things that don't exist in delusion? Be my guest. You know what I mean? Because what does it ever accomplish? Nothing. Again, folks want to talk to me, you'll pay me. You can talk to me with respect. So what it is. So what's up? What other folks do, what do they do with their time? All that projecting the weakness has nothing to do with me. That's the thing that they on. And like I said, nobody who does that has ever succeeded. So what do you mean? Yep. I teach strength. I'm here to talk about strength. I'm a grown man. I'm here to talk about grown man topics. You have conversation for me. Please don't waste my time. My time is precious. You understand? This is the same person I've been since day one. What are you talking about? See, that's the thing. Folks try to change and take reality and rewrite it. And that's not how this went. That's not the story. That's not how it goes. No. You all do a lot of talking and you say things that don't exist. And I am about truth and reality. Yeah, I stand on business. Yep. Yeah. I'm not the first one either. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, like I love it, man. I'm winning all across the board. You feel me? So, like I said, I'm just telling you the truth. They're about to put me in a position where I'm about to have the power to make or break, like God just told you. That's a divine power. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I can see what it is, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like yeah, because folks talk, and that's my thing. Like I mean, if folks have no idea reality, bro. It'd be funny as hell, man. You know what I mean? That's the thing. When you get too comfortable, man, you too comfortable. Everybody's too comfortable, man. Too comfortable in these slots. Too comfortable in these positions. Too comfortable with these jobs, and they just don't seem to get what's happening in this country. See, that's the thing. Y'all trying to act like we still back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Brother, we're way past the millennium. This is a whole new time. You have no idea what's coming in this world. It's going to be totally different. Things are going to change. Things are going to get difficult and hard. And, we all have to struggle sometimes. The difference is I've been struggling this entire time. So I'll be prepared for that struggle. And God's going to save me and protect me like he always do and give me the money so that I can take care of myself and everyone else like I always have and do everything for everyone. But you all are going to be struggling and have nowhere to go, nothing going on, not know what the hell to do, right? And you have to understand what's happening in this country, man. This is part of a plan. It's the New World Order, bro. You better wake up. We've been preparing for this for a long time. See, we didn't do that used to be the way I thought. We didn't prepare as far as, oh, we're gonna, whatever what all y'all try to do. It don't work like that. You have to be mentally prepared with God because this all stems down to and comes from and has to do with God because God is the protection. See, the protection is not in the way that you're looking at it. It's like they said, the principalities, it's all spiritual. Spiritual strength comes from God. So if you really want to learn and you're trying to how do I say it? It's like God said. God said, whoever holds on to everything is who will lose everything. And whoever loses everything will gain everything. Now look at my story, and is that not what's happening? I already lost everything. I'm willing to lose whatever. I don't care about any of it, especially material possessions. And because of that, God is rewarding me and giving me everything. At some point, folks are going to realize I'm really the Son of God and the true Messiah, and I'm here walking that walk. What I've been through in front of you is biblical history. Every breath I've breathed, every step I took. You all better pay attention. You better wake up. God is merely using this company and this platform as a beacon for you to hear God speak through me. You understand? This is all facts. See, when I get on here, I don't waste time. I get down to the point. And my radio show is not the most, not only the most entertaining, but the most educational show that you will ever listen to because it's real. See, I'm not over here faking it, and I'm not faking it till I make it like everybody else. I've been genuine and the real deal my entire life and existence. Why? Because God loves me and God is who created me. On that note, I'll talk to you in a minute. Like I said, stay in your feelings, in your feelings. Oh, all about the feelings. Working a 9 to 5 for 6,000 years in your feelings. Oh, all about the feeling. Yeah, now it's starting to matter. Now it's not so funny now, is it? See the point? That's the point. You shouldn't be wasting your time gossiping, sisters. Nope, you shouldn't be doing that. Nope, just like the men. You shouldn't be wasting your time doing what you're doing. See, a lot of these people out here accepted bribes and committed a whole bunch of crimes. And again, all this is going to come out in court. Accountability is real. Everything, and everyone is being held accountable, brother. Good. Because my God is serious and real, and my God is judging now. Now comes the judgment from my God, from God. God controls everything, brother. Welcome to reality, Hoss. Yeah, these folks don't get it, and that's why I'm telling you. That's why they're scared, because they know it's real. They know what's coming. You can see it. You can feel it in the air right now. Yeah, you listening? Yeah, like I said, man, I know everything about y'all, man. Everything, bro. I know who all y'all are, man. I know what you did. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, that's the thing. Nothing gets by me or past me. I don't forget nothing. So guess what? When we get in court, hey, all I got to do, my lawyer's going to ask me, so who's this? Who did this? Who did what? And all I got to do is just point my finger and say, that guy right there. That's the one. That's the one who made the phone call when I was in Austin. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. See, they losing it and they panicking now. They're terrified because they know I know. I'm telling you, these are people I see every day. The same ones that work with the corrupt ones. The same ones did everything to try to stop me and think I don't know. The same ones, all y'all work together. Half of them are people that what? Huh? People that I've met, from whatever at some point. I know everything going on, huh? Now it's God's turn to judge. Yeah. And now it's not all of a sudden not so funny anymore. Because like I said, I mean business, and my God and my Father definitely mean business. Yeah. You understand? Oh, and my dad's watching all this. He's watching, laughing. He knows what time it is. Trust me, he's cheering me on all the way. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, remember, man, you folks started this. You folks started this. You folks didn't just ask, you begged for this. You all are the ones that wanted to talk. You the ones that like to project. You want to speak. You want to say these things that aren't true. You did all this. So have accountability, brother. Take responsibility. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, come on, you should have known better. Come on, man. Tyree Sneed, bro. Come on, bro. You serious? Me? Come on, homie. Like what? When? Where? Who? What? Games? Ah, come on, bro. You know what I mean? People are, show the utmost respect to me, homie. Everybody. Yeah. Like I said, man, I love it, baby. Just know I'm Gucci and I'm happy for real and I'm doing well always. You know why? Because I'm in the dominion of God. I'm sitting with God. I sit at the right hand throne of God. I'm always good. No matter where I'm at, what I'm going through, what my circumstances are, nothing. Because I got God with me, homie. See, you're so quick to forget. You of little faith. Y'all have little faith. Y'all have no faith. You understand? Yeah, talk about a job. Bro, you repeated yourself 8 million times. Like, just pay me my money so I can get this phone bill paid and that's it. Like, what? That's what I'm saying. But it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, if he trying to help within the way he sees things and those parameters, cool. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, like, what you saying makes no sense. He's like, yeah, I'll give you a ride even to the job and back, which I highly doubt and don't believe, right? But and then he's like, but then it goes to the same thing. Oh, well, after you get your first paycheck, then you can take an Uber. Like, I mean, like, I'll look into it, I'll try, but I don't have no obligation. That's craziness. I work every day, bro. I have to build my company. I'm working on my company. See, I'm the CEO. I'll never work for anyone ever again. God told me, do not look for work. Whatever God tells me, I listen to, brother, because it's the right advice. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like what? Like, can you imagine? Yeah, you can Uber and Lyft there. No, you can't. See, you already don't know what you're talking about. It's impossible. No, you can't. I would make no money. I would make no profit. See, you want me to be like you. That's the same thing Steves and Styles of the Cab, Illinois, Lee Owens said, right? He said the same thing. He said, they want you to put cars on payments like them. They said, yeah, be like us. That's a fact. See, he was breaking free from the matrix too. He already did, really. When folks break free from the matrix, we look at society different. That's why we don't deal with it. We don't really talk to y'all, and we just look from the outside in because it's like, brother, all y'all ain't awoken yet. You want to keep saying this and that, and oh, this is that, and you got labels and dismissive terms for everything. But no, it's actually the complete opposite. See, I'm doing everything right. So if I'm right, what would that make you? What do you mean? The goal is to make money and get rich. The goal is to succeed. The goal is to be able to provide. The goal is to be good. The goal is to have wealth. The goal is to, go through things and still bounce out the other end better and stronger. Isn't that what I'm doing? The goal is to set world records like I do. The goal is to crowdfund. The goal is to speak publicly. The goal is to be a celebrity and be famous for real and build your own fame. The goal is to have your own marketing and promotion. Everything I do. The goal is to look handsome and good while you do it. I'm balling out of control on y'all. What's up? Huh? Yeah, why do you think folks was always in their feelings concerning me? Because they saw my potential and already knew what I had in me. They saw my gift before I did. They knew who I was before I did, son. Yeah, come on, man. I'm a prophet, bro. You understand? I'm the son of God. I'm the Messiah. You understand? Everything I'm kicking is a fact. It's different. We're not the same. You understand? I'm telling you, you will never see anything like this again. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. If you're getting to hear it, you're lucky, man. Real talk. If you hear my message, there's a reason because you was meant to hear it. That's how I feel, 100%. So, like I said, I mean, that's the point. Why would I do something that's just gonna circulate into nothing when I could just not waste my time and not put in that effort for something that's pointless, right? That's gonna just result in the same snowball effect. No, it's not gonna work like that. I can guarantee it. Just like when I told you the bikes are not $50 at Walmart and you wanted to argue on that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm at the point I think I'm so good at talking, I might be able to get him to keep helping me. Real talk. Even though he said, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it anymore," whatever, I might be able to convince him otherwise. Like, real talk. Like, that's how smart I am, bro. So that's what I'm getting. Like, that's my point. Like, no, I'm gonna play along because I'm a businessman. That's what folks want to do. Oh, you're playing along. Well, yeah, you acting, are you not? Oh, you said this. You talked about me. That's what they big on in this society. I've never had it really happen because they all know what it is. But I'm saying that's what they did with like Breezy Brook and other people who spoke publicly. She was homeless talking about facts of reality about all the legal stuff that these folks do, and especially in these companies. No, she was saying the truth about everything. She exposed the entire system and the corruption in it. What do you mean? What are you talking about? She didn't do anything wrong. No, she didn't. She really didn't. She was misquoted and it was taken out of context. That's a fact. What she said was true. Had it been someone else, it would have been okay. Y'all would have given them a pass. But because it was her, you wanted to take advantage because you've been sitting there, running your gang stalking program for years. So what are you talking about? Huh? Nah. If it was someone else and whatever, and they said the same words or same thing, none of them folks would even bat an eyelash or care, bro. See, that's what they do. They all get together and then they see in the good person because this is what's happening. Again, this is a spiritual, you know what field. and we're living this. So you got to get where you're right with God, because he works on you spiritually. That way you're not reactive, like the post says. You're what? Productive or proactive. Don't be reactive, be proactive and get things done. See? That's the point. I'm at the point, I got so much power and I'm so sick with it. Man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some of what he's saying is good. Like, it's all good. There ain't nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, I'm too smart to waste my time with a venture that's not going to do anything for me and put me right back at square one. See, that's what you've done. That's why you're just sitting there doing nothing. That's why, like I said, I mean, everything's being paid for you. So you good. And I understand, I appreciate that you've helped and done God's will and God's work and wanted to help me and help me. And I appreciate that. But that doesn't mean, oh, this is what folks think. Oh, I've helped you. First of all, it's not really help. It's what I'm owed, because I helped everybody else. So it's karma. Things are going to come back to me good because I put good out in the universe and help people. That's number one. Number two, right? They think, oh, I helped you, so now you should be quiet about the truth and let me lie. Hell no. I'm going to say it again. On that job you took me to, y'all had no right, and you should have me working with that company, and I should be running the projects, literally. You just talked to a genius, bro. Are you serious, bro? I can build a landscaping company in my sleep, boy. Stop playing, man. What are you talking about? And this is facts, man, and I already proved it on camera for you. You understand? Like, bro, do you not get what I'm talking about? Like, you don't seem to understand that, like, all these companies, when I get my money, right? When God give me the money and the real money, like the settlements and the real money that I earned with all the work I put in doing this, so I don't have time for anything else. That's the point. When I get that money, yeah, I can build a landscaping business and hire my own employees and have them work for me. And then I get paid based off of the company and the profit that the company makes, as far as from what I know, because I know business like the back of my hand. So I'll yield a profit and I'll have to create a profit margin with it. I'll have to have some employees and people that work for me, unless I'm going to go out with them and just do it for fun. You know what I'm saying? But that's the point. I don't even have to do that. I don't got to have all that grass flying around me, and where you're like, we're gonna do your lawn, sir. Grass is flying all over the place like it's a tornado. Don't no boss want to deal with that. I'll pay whatever. It's usually some guy named like Billy. Like, here, Billy, you go out there and deal with all that flying grass. And Billy will be happy to do it. Sure, Tyree, sure, boss. I want to make sure they call me boss too when I run my own company. You refer to me as Tyree Demigod Sneed. You understand? Yeah. See, I'm a whole different ballgame. Well, hey, boss, I think we did a good job today. Remember, Billy. Remember, son. It's Tyree Demigod Sneed to you. Oh, sorry, boss. Right. Call me Demigod every time you see me. It's all good. Here's a 20, son. Go ahead and put that in your wallet. You did a good job today out there on the field, Billy. I want to give you the game ball. What do you mean the game ball? It's a landscaping business. That's all right. I went and bought you a baseball from Academy, and I signed it with my autograph. There you go. That's probably worth like $8 million now. Go to eBay or something. I don't know. Golly, Tyree Demigod Sneed, you're such a giving person. That's right, because I am a demigod. I'm here to gift you money because I have so much of it. It's unbelievable. I'm kidding, but my point is, like, I'd be joking with him like that, you know what I mean? But that's the point. Like, I'm easy to get along with, dude. I get along with everybody, man. All the people who have businesses in the valley, why don't you incorporate me into your business? That would be a step forward, not the little jobs he talking about. I'll work when it's on my terms and I'm in power and control. When I know I'm getting money put in my pocket, right? Good. But see, I pay attention to what vehicle I get in, how well they can drive, especially now, what's going on around me. See, I see folks all the time get dropped off at places. They on the phone, man, he just dropped me off here, and I ain't got nowhere to go, and I don't know where to go. See, you gotta understand, we next to Mexico, bro. You can't just be lax about, oh, well, I'm just gonna go work. See, you think things are easy because you come from that entitlement. So when your parents been providing for you long enough, you forget about all the real elements of reality. You feel what I'm saying? This is not a place that you play around at. That's what folks don't get. So for me to have done this Batman project here says a lot because it's real. Okay, I've been downtown. I've been all through Southmost. I do it everywhere, homie. You know what I mean? Like real talk. I'm the real thing. So folks have to understand this is not a place you play games around, bro. It's just not, bro. So what are you talking about? This is why folks respect me. The biggest gangsters down here and everywhere. I guarantee you, every single one of them respect me. Every single one of them will have a soft spot for me because they know, man, he came up hard, bro. He's a real G. They're gonna say, nah, he's a gangster. They're gonna say, I ain't getting near him. He's good. It's good money right there. That's what they're gonna say, even down here. Even if they from Mexico itself, they're not gonna be all in the same mentality of that. That's what people do who's scared, bro. On that fake mentality, oh, this and that. Like, I'm not your enemy. I do what I do. It doesn't make me anyone's enemy. You understand? Unless you're evil, I guess. Right? But that's the point. Folks, even for you anybody in a position, they still got a heart, man. People are still human, man. No matter what. Some of the people that do some of the craziest things still have a heart. So when they hear me talk and they see me, they're gonna say, bro, no, bro, gangs do it all the time, bro. They get the hell away from people like me who are untouchable. Once they see that we're touched by God and that anything that I go through doesn't stop me. As a matter of fact, Divine Confirmation came out, said the Masons have already instructed their people to stay away from me and to quit playing games because I keep winning. See, this is what people don't get. I really defeated a male and female witches coven in front of you, all of the covens. I defeated every single one of them. I'm a witch's worst nightmare, bro. And then on top of that, I defeated the entire Illuminati and the entire Bavarian Freemasons. I'm telling you, they just put the instructions out, and you got to understand what's really happened. If I told you, y'all would be like, what? I can't even say it on this channel, the truth, bro. Okay, these people spent millions of dollars to do this, bro, to try to stop me. Figure it out. So I'm going to say it again. I'm right here winning and won, and I stood on business. I got so many stripes, especially for my history in the street and what I've done. It's to the point they had to tell the entire organization of Freemasonry, yo, look, let him be because he keeps winning. In other words, you know, they got the top guys too in the country and the world. And they said every time that we, you know, whatever, this dude keep winning. And he doesn't just win. I mean, you see me, I'm a little mean about it. You know, when I win, I really win. Okay. That's what folks don't get. It's like, okay, you want to play ball? Okay, let's play. See? See, that's what people don't get. See, you think that what you're seeing in front of you is all there is to see. You think that I'm this nice guy. You think that I'm this regular dude. I'm an all-out, full-fledged gangster. I'm the mob, and I run the streets, boy. Are you feeling me? Is there a part that you're a little bit confused on, Pumpkin? Please tell me. See the difference there, pal? We're not the same. So when they want to talk about, well, my job, I'm in the military. Remember, I heard that 8,000 times doing bar security. You remember all that? You understand? Okay. Who won? I always win, pal. So you see my point? Yeah, that's what they told him. They said, nope, let him be. Said, ain't nothing we can do now. Let him be. He's won every time. And anything that we do, he's just going to win again. So it's not in our conducive interest to keep this up. Told you so. I told y'all. Everybody happy, but y'all wouldn't listen. I told y'all. Right? Got you in the club, shaking, blah, 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 blah. I told y'all. Everybody happy, but y'all wouldn't listen to me. That's why I listen to P.D. Pablo, because of them two songs right there. Those are classics. I told y'all, and what's the other one? Didn't I? Yeah, see me, I could have gotten real fly and talked real fly. Didn't, but I didn't. Did I? That's a direct quote, homie. I mean, I'm a country boy, bro. I'm going to win no matter what. It don't matter what it is. Feel me? Real talk. I go too hard. I'm too tough, too resilient. There ain't nothing that scares me. I scare me. You understand? So I'm going to say it again. Now that I have full control over everything and everybody knows what it actually is, and now you all know who you're really talking to, now what? What I thought. Easy. Drops mic. Like I said, you will never see a gangster like me. You understand? Not in your wildest dreams, you couldn't imagine a dude like me. I ain't just talking, homie. You understand? So I'm gonna say it again. That's the thing. See, when I meet dudes in the street, right? When I see these little homies, I laugh. You understand? That's why I get out the way and move out the way. I ain't trying to talk. What I look like talking to them for? What? We already know what they're gonna be on and what they're trying to do. You see what I'm saying? See, those are folks that walk around aimlessly. They lost souls. They people who they think it's a choice to acknowledge all the stripes I got already. It's not. You got to pay homage. You got to pay respect for every single stripe I got. I got more stripes than a zebra, homie. You understand? Folks didn't put work in like me. Folks ain't built like this. You didn't do what I've done. So you don't get to pretend. I don't got to explain nothing to you. We ain't got to talk. We don't conversate. I don't talk to folks like that. None of that. Come on, homie. What game is you playing? What is y'all on? Who you talking to? What is you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, it's real, ain't it? Yeah, it's been real since day one. You dealing with the same dude this entire time, homie. You feel that? Like I said, folks, it's funny, man. Yeah, a lot of games, man. A lot of acting, man. These folks, it's silly, man. It looked funny as hell, bro. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy, bro. It's like this rap game. You know, like I said, it don't get no more gangster than me. Feel me? It don't. I promise you. So I'm gonna say it again, huh? Like I got all the stripes, I got all the accolades. I won. That's what I'm saying. Why would I talk to strangers? Ain't that the first thing they teach you? Don't talk to strangers. You know what I mean? Like it don't matter whether I'm a gangster or not. You don't talk to folks that you don't know, right? When you already know what most people is on. Most people just like I said, aimless, man. That's what the devil do. The devil is just going around looking for an excuse, looking for this and that, because he sees people like me who I got a bright, beautiful future, and I got everything going for. I work too hard, man. I work too hard for my assets. You understand what I'm saying? Like I wear 530 on my wrist, homie, every day. I wear a bulletproof vest cost over $10,000. I ain't worried about you what you talking about. I ain't worried about the valley. I'm going to New York, homie, to go do this. I'm going to these different states. Hell, if Rob Rack would sponsor me, we could get enough money. I can go to Sacramento and do this. That's what I'm saying. To folks who say they tough, say they this and that, I believe Rob Rack is semi tough. I believe a couple of dudes on YouTube was somewhat tough. The point is, it ain't about just being tough. You have to win on every side of the spectrum. Does that make sense? You can't just be tough. It's brains and brawn, not just brawn. That's why 50 Cent said, you can be the what? Another word for you can be the toughest. We'll just be the smartest. You understand? When you really the tough guy like me, and I've been through things that 50 Cent equates to and would understand, I've actually gone through that for real. So I understand what it does because it makes us tougher, a lot tougher. That's why we think the way we think. See, we think strategic because I didn't have the luxury you have. See, I've been through so much pain and pressure. I'm talking about for real, physically, everything, right? That I'm, desensitized already. Same with doing the bar security. You see so much on Sixth. I've seen so much stuff on Sixth Street. I saw so many things in them shelters. You don't understand how much I've seen with these eyes. You don't know where I've been, Lou. You don't know where I've been. Real talk. See, that's the difference. See, folks thought, oh, I'm going to speak for him. I'm going to tell him who he is. You play that game with regular folks who you can play it with. You play that with folks who will allow themselves to be labeled a judge by regular civilians who ain't accomplished nothing, they ain't talking about nothing. Me, it don't work with. See, so that's why when folks be immediately the first word they got to say, oh, I want to tell you how you feel or who you are. Well, then you're phased. Is that all, pumpkin? So today, when you tell me you want to say how I feel, but you're projecting because that's clearly how you feel, And now you're telling me it has something to do with me and my just mere existence? Hey, welcome, sister, to reality. I'm really the real Batman. So see, my aura is so powerful. It has such an effect and such a profound effect with anyone I come even near or across that they feel it. That's why they feel compelled to do that. Remember, you talk to me, you're approaching me. I don't talk to no one. That's why I tell folks, what are you approaching me for? I want to know what is why. You know what I'm saying? If you good news in me, if you're gonna pay me, cool. Other than that, if you're not putting money in my pocket, there ain't nothing to talk about. If you want to help me with something, help me. You know, we don't got to talk. I'm not trying to have sit down conversations with regular folks. I'm out here protecting Gotham, man. Let me do my job. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? We're not the same, man. That's what people when people say, "Oh, you're not in the bat suit today." I don't need to be to be the same thing. I get more done when I'm out of it than when I'm in it. And I take breaks right now because it's necessary for repairing and rebuilding, especially with my muscle, and that's what I've learned. So again, I don't know what you're trying to say or what you're talking about because you can see what it is with me. I mean, look at the strength level, bro. It's superhuman. That's just one aspect. Now, that's the thing. We got to get away from, we don't get away from it, but like I just try to maintain it and I try to keep pushing, right? Not even maintain, but keep pushing because I keep getting stronger. The point is, I'm never going to stop. I'm going to keep getting stronger. Watch. I'm not even worried about that. That's on autopilot. I already know what I'm doing. That's because of God. That's perfect. But see, now we got to get into the mechanical engineering. Now I got to learn all sorts of things. I got to learn everything across the board that has to do with becoming and being who I am, which is the real Batman, right? So I have to be able to know these things and learn these things. Does that make sense? And that's all I have to say. I have to incorporate all the elements. I got to be able to build bat pods, build, everything. I want to learn electronics. I want to learn wiring, circuitry. I want to learn forensics as well, because I'm telling you, it's going to get to the point when I get to New York and all that. Like, I'm sure the NYPD is going to want to work with me, possibly. They may be in their feelings, right? In your feelings. CIA, Feds, FBI, the organizations that have watched me, they've been looking at me for years, bro. The ones who have seen me go through all this and win, the CIA wants to recruit me because of how cold my tactics are. This all happened in front of you civilians, and you sitting here talking to me like I'm a regular dude. Like, that's my thing, why I just look at y'all and don't even know what to say. Like, do you have any self-awareness? Like, do you understand what's going on? Yeah, this is all really happening. Like, that's your argument, that's your approach. Seriously, it's like, just like he said, you believe your client, which meaning me, is one of the most powerful, most wealthiest men in the world. And you believe at night he's secretly a vigilante who spends his night, whating, right? To a what with his what, right? Blah, blah, blah. And your plan is to blah, blah, blah. Good luck. And we're in exactly that situation, brother. You see the point? Everything I do over here is pure power and dominance. I run the streets. I'm not just talking. You understand? I want to expand. Like I said, this is the mob. See, people talk it, but when you actually walk it in front of all of them, they want to look, confused. They did the same thing in jail. When I turned up in jail, right? I go to 0 to 100 real quick. When I turned up in jail, all them hardcore criminals and thugs, come on, man. They all look shook. When they saw me, when people see me get angry, the most gangsta dudes be like, oh my goodness. Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy. Get me away from him. Oh, no, Mr. Sneeze. Tell you, I got a monster with me. I'm a monster, homie. I got a spirit within me. I'm a monster, homie. For real, I'm telling you in every pod too. Alpha pod, 65-man pod. I'm a monster, homie. Come on, bro. I didn't even have problems in jail, man. I already knew what I was doing. All I had to do was talk, man. That's a boss. See, so folks is realizing, oh, he the real deal. Yeah, I've been the real deal, homie. And I ain't from New York City, because everything up there is fake and posing. I'm from Texas. And Texans and Texans are who built this country, literally. Yeah. So, like he said, when he said, well, I got this friend in Chicago, this isn't Chicago. This is the wild, wild west. And that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what all of you have walked into. Now, welcome, because guess what? It's televised. This is the Wild Wild West, buddy, and you're in the middle of it watching it, and you're watching the original outlaw in front of you. Get busy. Mhm. Just like all my ancestors did. My ancestors created everything on the frontier. Frontier justice, that's the terminology. Go look it up. John Beale Sneed was my relative. Go look up what he did in Fort Worth. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah. Get real. So I'm going to say it again. I'm just like all my ancestors. I'm here. This country is mine. This world is mine. Anyone who thinks otherwise, you are sadly mistaken. You can say whatever, you can do whatever. Have fun with that. Because what people don't get with me is I'm so cold with it. I'm like Frank Lucas. You remember Frank Lucas and what he did and how he moved? I'm way worse. I'm about 8 million times worse than Frank Lucas. Seriously, than the depiction. You said they were embellishing? Okay, I'm worse than them embellishing the story. I'm so cold with it, bro. I'll have a full length conversation with you and you'll think we're on good terms and you'll think I'm nice. You understand? You'll think that because you spoke words, oh, you're in control now. Oh, that's cute. I'll have a full length conversation with you and laugh and won't bat an eyelash. You understand me? Hmm. And then what do I do every time? Turn around, my turn, and win. That's the difference between me and other folks, regular civilians. Games don't get played with me at all. See the difference? See, over here, there's a response for everything, always. I believe in justice. I believe in fairness, and so does God. And that's why He made me the enforcer of divine law. So you say what you want because I know you plan, and I know your plan was you wanted to hide me, just like every basketball team or baseball team or football team I ever played for, because everybody's just soft and on these fake politics with sports. And that's why I went to 4 different high schools and capitalized in one, buddy. Yeah. I know what you wanted for me, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. It's way too late now. Yeah, there's no hiding me. That's what they want. That's what they want. When you're the real deal, they want to stop and have you make a mistake. That's why they baiting all the time because they want you to make a mistake so they can go ahead and okay, now we got it controlled. He's silent, right? That's what they was talking about in Green Bay, and it didn't make any sense. They was talking about yeah, something about control. Control. I stood up to everything in Green Bay and won right on Oneida Street. What are you talking about? Control? Wasn't nobody in control but me. Like they're sitting here having full length conversations while they're working with the corrupt. That was the corrupt who was talking. They're in the chat. Instead of doing their job, they were in my chat room. This is reality of the country we live in, folks. Okay? Talking about, oh yeah, we're in control. You keep telling yourself that because I don't know at what point you think you were in control. No, I was doing very well in Green Bay. I had my act together and I focused. And I also know everything you got going on up there because a reading and a download told me while I was working. Mhm. I know everything, every little part of it. Mhm. I know what that individual is a part of. I know what they participate in. And I either was there and witnessed, or I guess I get visions because I could see the vision of when you were moving around behind my back. And I'm not joking. I can even remember what you were wearing and everything. It was a black coat. So you can hear how like I have actual visions. I can remote view without trying because God will show me. It was a black coat and like a pink hat or a purple hat. That's what I remember, something like that. And this individual or whatever was moving around behind my back or whatever and thought they were, fooling someone. And I knew everything going on. I better wake up and realize who I am and that I have a real gift. So I uncovered an actual criminal ring in Green Bay. a very vast criminal ring that they want to disguise as, oh, we're out just fun and games and we're playing. Oh, we're trolling. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's okay. We can do whatever we want. Really? Why? Because you're connected to corrupt folks and you have corrupt ties. So just because you talk to all these people, that gives you the right to do whatever you want. Like, bro, you're a civilian, first of all. And I mean, even anyone in any position, it doesn't give them the right to break the law. But don't worry, all the truth will come out in court. It's easy win, man. I already won. So, like I said, let folks do what they want, tell themselves what they want. That's what folks do. They wallow in delusion. You understand? And I'll be back in Green Bay too, which is my city too, and I run Green Bay. Any city I've touched and went to, I run. And I mean literally run. Yeah. Yeah, please tell me I don't run Green Bay with everything I did there. I mean, every restaurant in Oneida I carried on my back, and I'm who built it. If it weren't for me, we wouldn't have the best ratings for the best dishes because I was the dishwasher and I had to put all the dishes and everything back in the place. Without me, we wouldn't have been able to run. Huh. Said what? Yeah, all of them. I did all the work. I did all the work and helped and build everything for Old Chicago, everything for Dave and Buster's, everything for Longhorn Steakhouse, and I want my money and I want a cash settlement for that too, for everything you did, because it's called wrongful what? I want my money. You didn't do anything. You didn't hold me back. You helped me because you walked me into probably $1 million, couple $1 million settlement. See my point? I don't ever waste time, brother. I get to the bag. See, that's the thing I know too. When you were doing all this stuff, I was looking at it, and trust me, there was a couple of times I thought about it. I said, they basically handed me the victory. Yeah, it's hard to go through, of course, stressful, it's hard, but that all plays into my case, and that's a guaranteed settlement. You have to pay all that money for that. Huh? You got to pay me money now. So, that's the thing. Like, these folks don't know how to go about anything. So, you can't tell me anything. We have no business talking. What do you mean? I'm strategic and I won and I made the right moves. That's what they do. These folks are so funny. They're making every wrong move. Then they want to convince you, oh, you're doing wrong because you're doing everything right, Tyree. Like, literally, I'm not even joking, bro. They'll like cash app, like, well, who's speaking? Like, this is the devil, Tyree. Well, the devil's the king of all lies, so why are you talking to me, devil? Why do you keep trying to contact me? It's getting kinda awkward here, Satan. Go ahead and take a step back there, Satan, and mind your business. We don't need to talk. I'm with God. God is within me. Oh, well, I'm gonna send you 2 pennies. Okay, Satan, if that makes you feel better about your constant losses and, the fact that I, have this nonstop success, then you do that. Do you feel better now that you've sent me 2 cents? This is literally what they do. Y'all think I'm playing. This is the exact thought process that I have to deal with. I've had to deal with it for years. These folks make no coherent sense. They are lost. Okay. And you have to understand when you do things like this, ooh, oh my goodness, these folks, I'm talking about restaurants, companies, corrupt departments, everything in this country, they all owe me massive cash settlements. I'm gonna be so rich, it's gonna be unbelievable. I can't wait, honestly. I can't wait to actually be able to go to a courtroom and present my case. I can't wait, bro, because it's a guaranteed win and it's a field day. I mean, it's so obvious. The evidence should be documented anyway, and all I got to do is talk and explain my story. And they got cameras in their own buildings, so I can say, "Go pull up the footage, homie. What are you talking about? Y'all want to talk it, right? Y'all want to talk?" My lawyer can say, "I want to request these records." Then, if you want to say these things didn't happen, go do the research. Y'all can go, because I ain't doing it. I don't want my attorney doing it either. Nah, you sift through 8 years of camera footage to figure out when things happened and transpired. Since you want to act like it didn't happen, what do you mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing folks don't get. When you get in these companies and restaurants, y'all better run things right. You know what I mean? Because when you don't know how to run a company and a restaurant and you start doing what you're doing, which is focusing on one individual who's righteous and a good person and a good man or whoever it is, and all y'all evil as hell and you ain't talking about nothing, and all y'all poor and ain't making no money. So what's the point? All y'all miserable every day, bro. I was the only one who was happy at Texas Roadhouse. That's another one too. That's another lawsuit I'm gonna win. Yeah, boss started projecting. I said, "Nah, you ain't gonna lie on me." He said, "Well, blah blah blah. Well, you need to leave. I'll leave when I want." Who is you? Like real talk. Like you're not the owner. You don't own the franchise, and so you have no authority. Huh? That's the fact. So what do you mean? Like what? Like oh yeah, I'm supposed to just sit here and let a grown man who's a narcissist tell me, oh, reality is different because I said it. Who is you, bro? You ain't God. God is God, homie. Yeah. So what do you mean? And like I said, they couldn't even cook on the line right. They was having arguments on the line. The cooks couldn't even get along. Yeah, with that same manager because he was problematic and he was a narcissist and he didn't know what he was doing. You think it's going to be difficult to prove who's a narcissist and who's not when we get in court? Come on, homie. That's the thing. They about acting, bro. You can look up everything digitally I've done. You can look at me and my demeanor and my persona. You can see I'm an empath. Clear as day. I'm always happy. I'm always smiling. That's why Ed McCabe at St. Michael's said, "Why are you always smiling?" And then that stunt they pulled at Michael Dell's Field, that has everything to do allegedly with Carly Fiorina. So guess what? That's a settlement too, homie. I'm telling you, I probably got, I mean, realistically, I don't even know. It's probably at least 20 to 40 or plus more lawsuits potentially that we're looking at that they may really have to pay me cash settlements on. And this is after I get the money God's giving me. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, folks gotta understand. Like, I don't know what's up with you. I didn't know the world was just filled with narcs, but apparently it is. So I haven't done anything wrong. I've done everything right because I stood up to all the narcissists and I defeated everything and I won. And in the process, you're gonna look at my work record and my track record, and you're gonna see all the truth being said through all this and everything. It's all documented. Like just like I said, I had the best reviews for the best dishes at Dave and Buster's. And they was in their feelings about that too, pointing it out, acting like, "Oh, I'm proud of you," but you wasn't proud. You was really in your feelings about it. You didn't. That's crazy to me. Like, what? How are you gonna not be happy for someone who's providing for you and taking care of you? And then you wonder why you don't have anything. What? That's what I'm saying. These folks want to make statements and say, "Oh, they thought the grass was greener." No, they didn't. They can't even think coherently or clearly. Phew. That's what that is. That's just sad. So, I mean, yes, I would much rather have a partner who can think clearly and coherently and makes good decisions that just make sense like any normal person. See what I'm saying? See, that's the point, bro. So, like I said, nah, I'm gonna get my money, man. God is gonna give me my money. You know what I mean? It's coming, bro. I could feel it coming. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I gain more power every day. And yes, I say the facts. And this is my job. I don't care where I'm at, bro. I go where I want. I do what I want. You understand? See, that's what these narcissists do. They get together. Oh, I feel some way, right? And then they start making up stories and stuff and start doing what they do. I mean, go ahead, bro, because all of it is, I'm just paying attention. All I do is just, make sure that I see what it is, right? And I document everything, and that's it. And I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win, bro. But the truth is, there's nothing anyone can do now, and everybody's powerless, like I said. And I won. And now we move forward. You understand? That's why I don't even leave any lane of communication open on here because that's what they like to do. They like to pretend that I didn't win. I won. It's been over. I won a long time ago. Everything with me is Gucci. Gorgeous, good, stress free, carefree, worry free. I'm good, man. I'm doing well. Mhm. You understand? So like I said, everything they wanted from me is what they going through now. God is real, karma is real. All right. Like I said, all this I was completely innocent in. I was completely innocent in every situation. And I even had these corrupt lawyers say that themselves. Even they said, "Oh, I know you're innocent in it." Yeah. Then you tried to go behind my back and take advantage, every single one of you. Like what? Like, come on, bro. Yeah, it's not all lawyers. It's not all people. It's just that I mean, I don't think it might be, but my point is, it just is what it is, man. People are who they are, bro. You know what I mean? Like, do what you do. That's why I learned the system. I learned the prison industrial complex. I learned that the lawyers just sit there and everybody's just there for their money. The judges just want their check. They just want money. The lawyers just want money, and they overcharge you to do absolutely nothing. I mean, what's the point of that? And they don't care about justice or serving justice or finding out the truth or helping you at all. So that's why for me, I stay out of trouble, right? And I make the right moves, and then it renders all that nonsense powerless. See, corruption can never have power over me because I make sure that I never make a mistake or error, and I don't take bait because I'm a gangster. See my point? Great shows today, man. Like I said, extremely informative, extremely educational. Like I said, you listen to me, you'll learn something. See, that's the thing. I hone my craft. I get better at my craft every day. You see, I'm really teaching over here. Like I said, folks, y'all can literally contact me, man. All you got to do is send me some money, donate, leave a phone number, leave an email, either one or both if you can, and say, you know, that's all you got to do. Just leave them, and I'll know that you want like a session with me. Like I said, $50, 30-minute session, 100 for an hour, right? Actually, online we'll do 25 for a 30-minute session and 50 for an hour, which is an extremely good price because it should be more. As far as the fitness, that's $50 for a half an hour session and 100 for an hour. That goes for digital fitness as well. But all the other sessions, you want to just speak with me, talk to me, and get my advice on whatever, 25, 30 minutes, 50 for an hour. That's amazing. You can't get better than that. So like I said, where the client's at. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to sit here and just talk and, you know, I'm making my little couple of bucks, whatever, that's fine. I'm here to get this going, baby. Oh yeah, let me really get you in your feelings. Hold up. Yeah, well, all y'all sleeping on me, like I said, I was getting kind of down on the finances. I just jumped back because of that today, what I pulled because of my $1 million mouthpiece and my gift of gab. I'm at, what is it? Hold on. In total of everything that's accruing and everything that will come in the future at some point, I think I'm at like $379.05. That's amazing. I ran this Batman project for 3 years almost, going on 3 years, March, April, May time, somewhere around that time for this year. It might have been 3 years already. It's around this time, right? It's coming up or it's already happened, something like that. So I need to find that out too so I can, you know, but I mean, what can I do? I mean, that's the thing. I need money to celebrate. And you see the readings all talking about, man, I'm so excited for you. It's all coming and it all happens in God's divine timing. So that little money will be pocket change. Anything I'm making digital money will be pocket change soon. That's what folks don't get. Everything's about to change because God is real. Things change, bro. I'm the general, man. I'm the boss. Feel me? And it said my significant other and my future spouse and my girlfriend, I can do no wrong in their eyes. And I'm sorry, but that sounds like Christina to me. It does. Christina and I talked on the phone. Like I said, we all know what it is. Like, what do you mean? I just wanted a direct lane of communication. And like I said, I want it to be just you and I speaking, right? So that's why I'm not using that email. I don't want to deal with none of that. I want to speak direct on my terms. That's why I created the group for us to talk. And then I asked like 8 million times and I never got an answer. So again, I mean, you know, like it's easy for someone to just send a little bit of money and say, here's a phone number or an email, and that's all you got to do. And I want to talk or I love you, I am real, you know, something like that. You know, something short or like a heart with an email. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy to do these things. That's all I'm saying is if you care about something to someone, show it. You can't just do everything behind the scenes. You can't keep making your own decision. At some point, you got to get up and say, hey, his reputation matters. I need to get on his show and platform and cam up and prove I'm real and bring clarity. And that's all I asked. The reason why I'm not sweating it is because it's not up to me. So I'm going to keep on moving forward. So see, that's the thing. People keep talking, but they're talking like a puzzle. And I'm over here with it and you're in left field with it. Like y'all are talking like 8 meters behind where I'm already at because I move too fast, I guess. It don't make no sense. And I just don't got time for that. That's why I don't do communication like that, right? You communicate with me directly and we get on the same page, and that's how I run my ship. I am skipper of this ship. Okay, that's with anyone in a relationship, no matter what. What I say goes, I make the decision, and I wear the pants. That's why I wear jeans almost every day. But like I said, no, I'm an amazing guy. I'm a great guy. I'm the best person you'll ever meet. But like I said, all these other folks, I don't know what they is. I don't know what they on because look at them. Look at their behaviors. Look at what they do, bro. Name one thing that I've ever done that hasn't been right and righteous ever. Like what? Folks is having full length conversations with my name in them and can't just speak to me. Come on, bro. What? Yeah. Telling you, man, it is what it is. I told you the Valley don't support me. They never did. They don't know how to support something. The reason why they don't know how to build, that's what I realized. That's exactly why everything is the way it is here. That's why. That's exactly why. And you know exactly where that comes from. So come on, bro. We all know what it is, man. That's why everything is the way that it is, because these folks don't know how to build nothing, bro. If you gave them a map and a manual, yeah. But I do. I know how to build. Phoenix. I'm gonna get going, man. I'll talk to you in a minute. Like I said, man, stay in your feelings. We're gonna keep on stacking dough, making it do what it do. Like I said, I think it's like 379.05. That phone bill coming up on the 5th. I really don't even want to pay it because I'd like to just keep the little money that I got going, right, and get what I need. But at the same time, I really want to participate and keep doing my shows and keep on building my next check. And I don't know if I have a choice, so that's the part that's kind of hard. But that's the thing. I really need to come up on at least the same amount, like at least 65 more bucks, at least 100, at least a couple of grand. If I could get up to 5 G's, 10 G's somehow, which was my original plan, I did just get over a grand. And then from there, I have the potential where at least I know where I'm going. I'm not anywhere near there. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because of me, it's just because of circumstances and how it is. And everything costs so much and it's expensive and I'm building. I put money into a lot that I'm doing. I got headphones, I got different things I'm doing, working on projects. So like I said, get me, if folks want to help me, you want to talk to me, get me over a band, over $1,000 from what I just told you, and more than that, because I still got to pay like 55 for the phone out of that amount, right? So get me to over $1,000 and get me with a couple of grand in my pocket where I can start moving from here and doing trips to Austin. That's what I'm trying to do just to start. That way I can touch base in Austin, figure out what's going on out there. And when I have enough money to get a hotel and relax, it makes it a lot easier on me. And then I can do the Batman thing out there and take a trip, even if it's just for a week, a couple of days. If I had money like that and I had racks like over 10, 20 something, 30, 50 bands, that's what I need at least. That way I can have enough money, because that's the thing. People act like things are cheap. It ain't cheap, bro. I'm not trying to go to Austin with no, I don't have people that help me like, oh, you can stay with me because I'm me. It's not that I'm doing anything wrong, it's that I did everything right. People don't want to help me because I own billions in equity, because I'm wealthy, because they know I got my own car lot I pay over $100 every month, because they know I made and spent more money than your entire government. That's why I'm struggling. I'm struggling because of you, because of all you people that keep projecting, because of the fact that people can't think, because of the lack of know-how. I have never struggled at any point, nor will I. Okay? Even despite the fact that y'all can't get nothing right. And I'm going to say it again. That's exactly what Breezy Brook would talk about every day. She was losing it, like irate, because she has a right, because people don't make any sense. When people talk, they're not talking to build. They don't even do their job. Y'all don't know how to run a society. You don't know how to follow a system that makes sense or a real doctrine or even respect this constitution of this country. Like, what is you talking about? And I'm built the same way. I want to do things quick. I'm just not going to make the same mistake she made. You understand? Because, hell, why would I want to go through that? They can't outsmart me, homie. That's what the whole point is. I'm a genius. And I have complete self-control. I always have. Self-control has been really the one of the main components of how to win. What I've learned, that's what people. That's why Batman is always depicted being emotionless. It's less about reacting. Be less reactive and be more proactive. See the point? When you don't react, they don't know what you're thinking. This is why I'm the game master, reincarnated game master. You know the games we play, homie. I do this for real, homie. Like I said, God already told me, he said, there's not really much outside of you that really can do much. It's more about your mind state, and that's a fact. Change your mind state. Your attitude really does measure your latitude. You change your mind state, you get a lot further. These Masons like Kanye West can't teach you that because they sold, they sold. See, that's what they want to do. They're walking contradictions like Drake. Drake was never in the street. Drake came up in a wheelchair on Degrassi. Come on, bro. What they do is they take them rappers that are in 360 deals and they're completely owned. Okay, they're puppets, and they use the puppet and they house the puppet. They don't own the mansions, they don't own the cars. Like Chief Keef, it was proven with his CEO when he took the BMW i8 back because Chief Keef didn't follow orders and do what he's told. Okay, so you have to understand these rappers are owned. They're puppets, and that's what they do. They rap about the stuff that I live, gangsters like me, and then they sponsor and work to promote the cars for the car companies for people like me who have had money like that because we're who purchases the cars that they promote for the company. And it all stems back to funneling of money through the prison industrial complex, which is tied into the government and the car companies. Makes sense now. That's why they have Eminem cloned, and then he was rapping about. He literally said word for word, "I want y'all to sit in these cars." They're selling and marketing cars. There's a connection between the car companies and the prison industrial complex, and even in Brownsville, you have actual car companies down here of dudes that literally are doing whatever, all sorts of illegal activity and selling plants, and you know what, right? And these are right in Brownsville, and they be like the sons and the whatever of like the mayors or whatever. This town is corrupt. I love this city. I love Brownsville, but this town is corrupt, like Batman said. Y'all better wake up. Feel me? So, like I said, I understand what it is. I understand that things are corrupt. The whole world is Gotham, and I'm here to protect and save Gotham. At no point was anything but real, and I'm the real deal. Now let's move on and let's move forward. Easy money. Thank you for listening. Great show. Here we go with the games. Yep. Hold on. All right. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna get going. But yeah, like I said, that's where I'm at right now, like $379.05, which is pretty good considering I ran the Batman project out of pocket. Like I said, it's taking money, man. Batman expends resources, man. It took a lot of money. It took a lot of dough, and I made every dime on my own. I do it all, bro. So, like I said, and I'm gonna build my own restaurant, like I said. And I'm gonna be doing the cooking and everything. So, like I said, we'll get it all built. We'll get it all going, man. Let these folks keep on sleeping on me while I progress and advance every day. Easy money.